So I'm super excited because today I have an appointment with a menopause specialist. I've been very open with you all on my YouTube channel about my hysterectomy and my challenges with menopause. I started using hormone replacement therapy. I use an estradiol patch that I change out twice a week, and then my cholesterol went up, and it's been lots of things, and I have lots of videos on my channel documenting all of those challenges. But I've only had my regular family practitioner to talk to, my gynecologist, which I'm going to be honest here, when I talk to her, anything I've ever asked her about menopause and symptoms, I just kind of get the feeling that she doesn't know much. Sometimes I get a shrug. Sometimes it's, well, that's just how things are, Renee. I think my doctor's focus is younger women and delivering babies and pregnancies. And then I have my surgeon who performed my hysterectomy. He's the one that prescribed hormone replacement therapy for me. And in the couple times I've met with him and had questions about this, he's just like, look, you may not need HRT. You may need it. Here's a patch for you. Let me know if it works. That's kind of the end of the conversation. So today I am meeting with a true menopause specialist, and I'm doing that from the comfort of my very own home. I have partnered up with Midi Health to have a one-on-one conversation with their menopause specialist. They have a team of physicians, clinicians, and specialists that have studied menopause. They know all the things about menopause, and that's what they're going to sit down and talk to me about today. You meet with them in your own home from your laptop computer. I'm going to talk to them on my mobile phone. My appointment is actually coming up here in an hour, so I'm going to get set up here in my kitchen. I have all my medications ready and my notes, and I'm going to actually film myself talking to the Midi Health specialist so you can see exactly how this works. And if you're interested, you can set up an appointment for yourself exactly like I did. Hello.
Hey, Renee.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. Yes, I take this one.
Okay.
It is malate, glycinate, and citrate, triple magnesium.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I feel like I've gathered all sorts of information I didn't know.
I know, it's lots to talk in this first visit, but it was so nice meeting you.
Thank you.
Let me know if you need anything,
All
okay?
right. Have a good day.
Yeah, you too.
Thank you. Bye-bye. So, wow. All I can say is wow. That 30 minutes that I spent on the call with Midi Health, and they paired me with a specialist. Her name was Heather. She knew her stuff. So I went down all of my notes and we talked about my cholesterol, if my estradiol estrogen patch dosage was the correct dosage for me, because that's something I've always been wondering. And I wanted to talk about this belly fat poochy thing that I'm getting right here. I'm not gaining weight. The scale is not changing, but I'm getting a pooch. She told me things I didn't know. And I feel like I'm a very educated person on this topic. I've done my research, but she gave me some fantastic suggestions. I should be eating 30 grams of fiber a day, 100 grams of protein a day, and less than 100 carbs, which of course I knew that. I don't want weight loss drugs. I don't want an easy fix. I just want to know how to get rid of this fat around my belly that has accumulated since I've been in menopause, because I work out daily, I eat properly, I do all the things, but that is just that's a problem. I don't want to get into all of my personal medical issues and questions that I had for her. That was just super informative. She was so easy to talk to, and I was on the phone with her for a little over 30 minutes on a Zoom call, face to face. And one thing I absolutely loved that she did, when we started the call, of course, I had put in my patient questionnaire all the medications and supplements that I take, even my calcium pills and my magnesium, and of course, she knew all the things. After we had our conversation and we talked about some supplements that I'm going to add to my diet, she said, hold on just a second. She had a program, a computer program, where she would enter in every single thing that I'm taking, and it would tell her if there's a conflict with any of those supplements or medication. I did not know that I have to take my magnesium supplement at least 2 hours before I take my cholesterol medication. My doctors have never said that. All of my doctors know that I'm on these two things, and no one has ever said that. She told me that the magnesium supplement can interfere with my cholesterol medication if taken within 2 hours of each other. That is fantastic to know. I wish I'd known it sooner. Luckily, I take my magnesium supplement with right after dinner, so 7 o'clock-ish, and I don't take my cholesterol medication until bed, so 10:30. And she said that magnesium should be taken later in the evening to sort of kind of lull you into a great night's sleep, and that's exactly why I take it. But now that I firmly know I need to have a span of a minimum of 2 hours, I will absolutely make sure that I do that, because just the other night I forgot to take it and I took these two things together. I wrote down lots of notes. She just was full of fantastic information, things I didn't know, and she was so incredibly helpful. So she suggested that after a minimum of 8 weeks, why don't we get back together on another call and talk about how these supplements are helping me or if they're not helping me. She said, Renee, if you need me, you can always send a message, an email. I have a patient portal directly to her. She is now my dedicated specialist. I have to say that my husband was trying to come home for lunch as I was on the call with her, and I told him he couldn't come in until I was off the call because I wanted my private time to talk about things with my menopause specialist. So as soon as he came in, when the call ended, I'm telling him all these things. I am just blown away at how much specialized information I got from her during that phone call. Things that I never have a chance to discuss with my regular doctors, things that my regular doctors have never said to me, and they've known me for years. They know my medical history. They know all the medication I'm on, but yet these topics have never come up because I always feel like I'm in a hurry when I see my doctor, and I loved having Midi Health one-on-one dedicated to me for 30 minutes to talk about me and what I wanted to talk about. So I highly recommend, if you are a woman in perimenopause or menopause and you have questions, it is so easy to book an appointment with Midi Health. Do it online, pick the day and time that works for you, and get a dedicated specialist who will answer your questions. You go directly to their website, create a patient profile, and you can choose the date and time that is perfect for you. Midi Health accepts insurance in all 50 states. You can actually see state by state, click on your state, and it will show you what health insurance they accept. Now, if you happen to be in a state that your insurance is not accepted, or if you want to pay out of pocket, their fee is $250 for a 30-minute private consultation. And yes, you heard me right. You get a full 30 minutes with your menopause specialist. No more of that doctor on a schedule running in and out of the room. When I visit my doctors, I feel like I don't have their full attention. They are always looking at their clock or their watch, trying to get to the next patient. But with Midi Health, I know I get a full 30 minutes dedicated to only me and my questions. So after you've set up your appointment time on Midi's website, there is a patient questionnaire. It only took me about 10 minutes to answer all the questions. They want to know your medical history. When was your last mammogram? Have you had a pap smear? When was it? Have you had a bone density test? Then there's very specific questions about perimenopause, menopause. What issues are you having? Is it night sweats? Is it weight gain? Is it achy joints? Is it sexual questions? There's just a very Whoops. It's just a very comprehensive list, and you go through and you answer the questions yes, no, or you can free type if you have issues or things you want to talk about with your specialist. Then you get to choose the top 2 issues that you really want to hone in on during your appointment. And Midi Health does specialize in weight gain, hot flashes, night sweats, brain fog, memory lapses, if you have trouble sleeping, changes to your hair and skin, and sexual changes like vaginal dryness, low libido. So really you get to decide what you want to talk about. Just like any other physician, Midi Health can write prescriptions, they can recommend supplements, they can order lab tests, and after my meeting with them today, if I have further questions, I can send them a message. I can call the office. I can drop them an email. There is a patient portal that I can communicate with them through also. So I'm super excited to just have somebody who knows everything about menopause and that is dedicated to me. That is what they do all day long. They talk to women in menopause. They know the answers. They know how to guide you if you have a problem. And I want to thank Midi Health for partnering with me on this video collaboration because I have learned so much. I truly feel like they are an invaluable resource for all of us women who are getting older and need somebody who knows what the heck they're talking about when it comes to perimenopause and menopause. If you have any questions about this video or Midi Health, drop it in the comments and I will be sure to answer you. Have a great day, ladies. See you later.